Okay, so this is the first of the PLC pages, the opt-in page. And of course, the first questions are, who is this going to? Are they warm or cold market? Is this retargeted from an ad? What were the ads? What is the message to the market?
Yeah, emails. Well, no, I guess if any of their email marketing was going out to this to segment a list, what emails are those?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, really, we definitely need that data.
Yeah, how did people get to this page, and who are the people who are getting to this page? Who is the avatar who is coming here?
Where did they start, and are they warm or cold, lukewarm? But this page itself, the headline, discover how to use the brain's natural chemistry of motivation to get your customers hooked on transforming their lives through you and your products. That angle is good, but my immediate thought is my own brain doesn't have a natural motivation. So that natural chemistry of motivation, that's kind of a double negative. Most people are inherently lazy, so they're not going to believe that their brain has a natural motivation chemistry in it. So it could be reworded to something like, let me think here. Discover how to get your customers hooked by using the brain. Discover how to get your customers hooked on transforming their lives by using one unknown brain hack. Something along those lines, but don't use natural chemistry of motivation.
Right.
Like flip it around to where, the angle is good. That natural chemistry, getting the customers hooked, it needs to be subconscious or psychologically based. There needs to be one thing that we don't think about that almost flips the switch to having that natural chemistry of motivation without calling it that.
Right. I agree.
Okay.
And just a real basic thing. I feel like the download this free report is way overdone, and that needs a much better call to action there that's really going to grab people.
Right. For that, I would say click here to see why this is so powerful.
Right.
Or see, and that's even that right there is weak, but
yeah,
put me on the spot here. So
right, exactly. This is just kind of a first run through glance, but still, it's just that's overdone and needs to be way stronger.
And even saying that, begin to easily stand out even in the most crowded marketplace. Charge more while guaranteeing more success for your customers. Download the report now to see more proof. That goes in the same token. That's been said over and over and over.
Right.
Every marketer says that if they're trying to help their clients get more clients.
Right. I agree.
Yeah, that would be a unique angle.
Right. Okay, so here's the thank you page for that one. With a 38-minute video and no content below it.
Okay.
I don't know what was here, if there was more detail there or not.
Go back to that opt-in page. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. No, I was just curious. Go back. Okay. Go up. The experience discover.
Okay, so look over here. We've got this pop out, which I hadn't even noticed before.
Yeah, that's
so this shows a little bit more. This shows that it is a 4-step product launch formula style. So these 3 opt-ins that we're looking at are dripped out, I would presume, judging from what's here, that there are the 3 opt-ins. So I would presume from looking at this that the same people are seeing this if it is in the Jeff Walker style of the product launch formula, and then it comes open here. However, I didn't notice this previously until I was just moving my mouse around. So,
Oh, so that's available for everybody to see.
right.
Okay, well, I would get rid of that. That goes back to the one page, one goal, one click.
Right. And so my assumption is that these are not available when it first comes out. I'm guessing that they did this in the Jeff Walker, style. So when this first comes out, these are all hidden and non-clickable. And then after they've seen all of the other pages and after the timer has expired, then they can click on the next ones and see what else without having to opt in again.
Okay.
So that is my presumption on how they did this, how they launched this, so that once they had opted in and received the opt-in, then they were able to go to all of these pages at a certain time. So whether it's every day or every 2 days, I don't know what the timeline was on this. They didn't tell me, but that's what these are. So when they first comes out, these are teasers saying this is coming.
Well, yeah,
They're not clickable.
I don't like it. This should be sending them, hey, we're about to send you an email that's got your next step in it. Keep an eye out because we'll send you another email with this video in it in 2 days.
Right, right. Definitely have the timeline and what to expect.
Yeah, and train them to open those emails. But this is just too much going on. And I wouldn't even let them download the PDF from this page. I would take that opportunity to train them to look at their email.
Right. And I think that these, this video page, it needs to have, like I said, I don't know what was here, if there was more detail here or not, but if not, then the video page needs more detail.
I think that was sales copy. It looked like an old sales page that disappeared.
Yeah, and probably this one goes to the big sales page, the very long.
I think it goes to an order form. No, it does.
It goes to the sales page with all the details. Yeah, which is, really, really, really long.
A different animal.
Yeah. So let's go back to here. So we have this opt-in with this thank you page. And then we have, I've gotten out of order here, this viral checklist opt-in, which I like this. I like, it's very clear what you're getting. I still don't like the call to action, but it's very clear what you're getting. It's kind of clear the benefits. It's much more direct and to the point. I think that this is a better headline, but the color is very off-putting for me.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the colors, and it needs a click here too. Otherwise, that just looks like an image on the background. And then where do I click? So, I mean, a lot of people will know, but it's just make it easy. Don't frustrate them.
Right. Make it easy. Make sure that they know exactly what to do. Tell them exactly what you want them to do.
Right. And this stuff down here underneath the Leave Your Message logo, I would almost want that more transparent, because right now it sticks out and my eyes go from the green background straight down to the message. And are they running heat maps on these, do you know?
I don't know. That was one of my questions, is if they had a heat map.
I mean, there's so much going on, and I'm making a lot of like that pop-out menu with the 4 different videos on it. Like I would get rid of that, but I would want to verify and make sure that the heat maps, if that is getting people's attention and they're not doing what we want them to do.
Right.
Go.
Yes, that was one of my initial things is, are there heat maps? Where are people clicking? What are they doing? If we're going to use this kind of coloring, then I would much rather have this whole section blocked out in white and then just have that bright bold coloring on the outside so that this really draws your attention and this checklist jumps out more.
If this is a warm market, why aren't they using consistent branding colors across the entire funnels?
Right.
That's a big, there's no consistency. I was just trying to put my finger on what's throwing me off about it all. and that's the biggest. Go back to the page right before this one, the opt-in page for this.
No, this is the opt-in page. This is the second opt-in page.
Okay, go to the thank you page for it. Okay, the colors are the same. Go back to the other two, that one, go over.
Okay, so here's the original opt-in page, the PLC one that we looked at.
Right.
So there's that one. And so we still have that green here.
Yeah, but then as soon as you switch over.
And then the thank you page for it, it's the very bright green, a lot of green.
Yeah.
This is the PLC 2. And again, the colors, and it's just very distracting to me. I don't feel like this is getting enough focus.
Right.
And then here is the exact same things as on the first thank you page. You know, we've got the pop out, we've got the click to download, and needing more information.
All right. What are the next one?
So the third opt-in page, the third product launch page, I think they call it PLC 3.
I mean, that's run of the mill. Every claim made by just about every marketer that's building courses. And then the click here is missing. The colors, again, it's not a major deal, but it's one of those things where I like to keep consistency across the board, and having that consistency in there.
Yeah.
Figuring out colors that work better with her brand.
Well, and I'd also,
what?
I'd like to test it, you know, simple, you know, with, again, maybe this is the background, but it's white, and maybe, and of course I always split test this industry standard bright green and bright orange buttons. You know, years ago, the 108 split test said that was the best converting. So test those colors and see if they work in this market. And which one converts better. I mean, without the split test data, it's really hard to say. And again, the heat map data, you know, are people scrolling down to look? Are they clicking? Are they hovering? Also, I just realized the title here is the same as the title on the book.
Right. That's why I was saying that headline is already on the book. So
Yeah. Yeah.
Done before, but that needs a better headline. And yeah, being on the spot, I would really have to think about it to come up. I would have to see the product. I would have to know a lot more. I need to know the market, the product. Yeah, I don't have enough to really. Empathy map. I'm just winging it. So.
Right. I mean, we need the empathy map, we need the avatar, we need the short, concise bullet points of the product, you know, what the benefits are, what the, how this solves the pain points.
Yeah, what problems they're having, whatever they've got about their market and their competition, what their competition's saying. Yeah, we would need a lot more to really go through this, but.
Yeah, well, and who is the competition, you know? Yeah. Okay, and then the last thank you page, this one right here, I mean, same as the others. Again, all of these videos are pretty long, and they might be really good, but without some kind of synopsis on the bottom, you've got half your market who isn't even going to watch it without some type of bullet points saying, this is why you should watch this video.
I'm just going to be blunt for the sake of it. Long videos give lots of room to kill the conversion.
Mm-hmm.
When people are busy and they look down and see a 40-minute bar, they're checked out. They're done. They're going to keep scrolling. If whoever wrote this copy wrote the script for that video, that's why it didn't convert. And if somebody wrote the video that was separate from whoever wrote the copy, I would be willing to bet there's no consistency between.
Right.
So, I mean, there's just lots. This is a big funnel. There's a lot going on, and there's a lot of room to kill the conversion. If you just keep chipping away at that small percentage already over and over and over again, the end result is going to feel like a lot of wasted time and money.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. And I mean, that that entry video, that entry screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't have gone through it. I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure, but it definitely didn't, draw me in
No.
to watch. So
Yeah, I mean, at least some captions or something, because just looking at this now, if I had my volume down, I'm just looking at babies, and I'm
yeah.
busy. I'm busy. I don't have time to look at babies. I miss mine. I mean, it's I got stuff I got to get done.
Right.
Yeah, it just doesn't show immediate grabber.
Right.
Why they sit here and watch this? Even after the headline, there's no reason. There's no copy telling them, hey, you need to sit through this video, and then a little bit more copy saying, yeah, it's 60 minutes long, but this is why you need to stay to the end.
Right. Exactly. I mean, something, even if it's every few frames, something to, engage them, something to draw their attention, and make sure that they get to this point so that they're seeing more and they're understanding why they need to watch.
Right.
Why should you come and watch Josh Turner? I mean, he's a big name. Why should I watch that? And why isn't that down here? Or,
Right.
Again, maybe it was at one point, but
it's too late by then because they're already past the video. They're reading at that point.
Right.
Read and watch a video.
Yes. And I mean, from a design standpoint, I would have shrunk the title, shrunk the video so that I could put the bullet points up higher and grab their attention sooner, as opposed to
and really looking at this, I would have done the same thing. I would have given them, I may have gone against my standard, and I would have given them their download right away.
Mm-hmm.
Done it at the top.
Right.
Click here to download your PDF. While you're here,
right,
just check out this revolutionary new way to design, market, and deliver blockbuster products. And then break down. I'm about to show you a video. Here's 3 grabbers on why you need to sit through it. And oh yeah, I get that it's a little long, but I promise you it's going to be worth it.
Right.
Why it's going to be worth it. And then show the video. Yeah, it could have been, it's just, the recipe was just wrong. That's the only way I can describe it. The ingredients were there, but the recipe was wrong.
Right. I agree. I mean, this has all of the pieces to be a win, from what I'm seeing without having seen the product and knowing the market and knowing the avatar and seeing how they got here. I mean, obviously all the pieces are here. I liked what she just put right there, the 5 steps or whatever that was. I mean, and that flipped through so fast. I didn't even get to see it really.
I would have to devote a lot more time to going through that video, picking apart, sectioning it out, and figuring out, like you said, you just like that part. That part should be at the beginning, stuff like that, where it grabbed my attention too, and I can't hear the audio.
Yeah.
Type of stuff.
Exactly. That's simple. It's concise. It's to the point. 5 steps. Make money from your experience product. And again, experience product, we've got that in all of these titles and all of these downloads. Well, I need more information, quick and easy to digest, about what is an experience product and why do I want to download it and why do I care?
You hear me say goldfish a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
On video sales letters, video scripts, and webinar scripts, you don't want to keep the same slide up for more than 7 seconds.
Right.
Have a 7-second attention span. And their subconscious will let their mind wander off and start thinking about everything else on their plate, unless you switch to the next frame at 7 seconds later and grab their attention again.
Right.
And you can make them sit through an hour-long video if you do that, but it's just there's pieces of that on this video, but in the beginning there's a lot of irrelevant stuff that I don't see how it made sense. But I haven't gone through it.
Right. I mean, just in the thank you pages, I mean, there was over an hour and a half worth of videos, which probably has great information, but I am guessing, since I don't know the avatar, I am guessing it is people who are creating courses, well, products, programs, and courses. So people who want to serve, but those are busy people who have a lot going on, and you need to give them the data, the information right away.
That's what I was about to say. There's a lot of information that's relevant to these people in these videos. The information itself isn't bad, but can it run through the so what test? Does it matter to that person right now? Are they going to say so what? Can it be split up? Say if there's 20 different touch points on this video, can you take out the most effective?
Right.
Put the other 19 into different areas, like on a podcast or in an email, and get those touch points higher and shorten the length of time it takes somebody to become a customer.
Right, exactly. And, again, like we said, reformat it so that you have that drawing them in about why they should watch it and get to those touch points. And then do a little recap, even if the recap shows up after a few seconds so they're not scrolling.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm presuming that I'm the type of person who they would be targeting, someone who, has products, programs, and courses. And if I'm not going to sit through long enough to watch it, I want those bullet points. And there's very few videos that are going to grab me fast enough to sit through and watch it unless I know what they're talking about and how. So
right. Yeah, and if I knew their market, I could identify their struggles, and I could cut. There's probably, if I had to guess, 15,000 words of copy on this funnel. If you took their pains and struggles and built that empathy map, you could probably cut that down to 3,000, 5,000 words of copy.
Right.
It's just there's so much stuff being said that's just not necessary. Just tell the prospects that you understand the problems they're having and show them why your products solve that problem, and then tell them how much it is.
Right.
I don't see much of that in this.
Right, exactly. And, obviously identify their objections, break them down, and like you said, show them why this solves it, but make it clear, concise, and to the point.
Yeah. Don't say anything extra. I mean, run it back through the so what test.
Right. Obviously give some testimonials.
I would use them then. Yeah. I mean,
right. I mean, use those testimonials, and I believe I saw somewhere that, the product was over $2,000, maybe $3,000. So
yeah,
it's
a lot more understanding. You can't just say basic boilerplate copy that every other marketer's used. You've got to show them that you really understand them if you want them to open up their wallet like that.
Right. Right. Exactly.
Having a solid back end.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, cool. Well, I think that's the 3 opt-ins, that obviously leads to the larger one, to the sales page. But I think that's a good start and a good run through on the messaging.
Yeah, hopefully that's enough for them.